went around with a bag to put business cards in. Anybody still need to put their business card in for the raffle? Raise your hand and we'll have someone come over. We got people in the back here. We got Stephanie right here. Okay, so we keep. Let's see, where's our bag? Okay, Marvy's going around here. There's people in the back, far back. Oh, okay, while we're doing that, there she is. Why don't smugglers like tariffs? Because it cuts into their under-the-table margins. Okay. All right, we have the pleasure to give out an award right now. And let's honor Francesca No, VP at Jazzwares, with the USC MS GSCM Alumni Excellence Award to be presented by Sam Ganguly and Dr. Nick Weiss.
Good day, everyone. The GSCM Excellence Award, it was something which was started back in year 2022. And it is not only an award which goes to an alumni due to their exemplary professional excellence, but also someone who gives back to the community, someone who embodies the true Trojan spirit. So we have over here Mion Francesca No, who is currently a vice president of integrated business planning at Jazzwares, a Berkshire Hathaway company. And apart from all her continuous improvement and leadership in sales and operation planning, the one thing that distinguishes her from the rest, for which she's getting the award this year, is her ability to give back to the community, to give back to the program. So she has been a speaker, a panelist, lunch and learns, mentorship, been on women in supply chain panels, and given her expertise and overall knowledge to enrich the students of the supply chain cohorts. Now, what she's done is she's literally been a bridge for someone who is in the program to then go to the industry. And she's empowered women and men alike over here. But also, she's done something which we would truly like to call a role model of the GSCM cohort. So, well done, Francesca. Well done.
Okay.
A few words.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you. By the way, Sam, who just gave me the award, was also in cohort 5. So right on, the best cohort. Cohort 5, that was like almost 10 years ago, right? I heard that it's a cohort 13. So welcome all the new incoming students. I'm so happy to see how this program has expanded from, I think, 70 students to 160 students as of today. That's double the size, right? So let's give it a hand to Professor Nick and the program, and Marvy and everybody else who has really expanded this program. Really good work. I think I'm more nervous than when I was in a panel yesterday. Since I graduated, I think in 2017, I had a new job. I moved into a new house. I gave birth to my 5-year-old son now. A lot of things happened, right? And most importantly, the world really changed dramatically. I think when there are a lot of changes internally and externally, you almost have to kind of bring yourself back to find your center, right? there are a lot of changes, so you have to kind of like find what is your route. And I think one of the things that I enjoy the most is learning. Be a humble person who continues to learn. Don't be know-it-all, right? I think we talked about it yesterday. Be curious, ask questions, and be a continuous lifetime learner. And I think this is a really, really great opportunity for you to learn, but also give it back. So I'm humbled. Thank you so much. And I'll be around as long as you guys invite me. Thank you.
All right, congratulations, Francesca. Before I turn it over to Nick to close us out, I just want to say a few thank yous. One to Nick, but the two people that really make my job easier, Marvi and Ruth. So can you put your hands together for them? They put a lot of work into this. So. And my last thank you is to all of you for laughing at some corny jokes the last couple of days, but it's been a pleasure being an MC and getting to meet a lot of you for the first time too, and seeing the old friends from previous years as well. So don't forget, Nick's gonna close us out, but then we're gonna do a raffle after that. And thank you for being part of this incredible journey with me. So thank you.
Thank you. Wink, he just completed his 11th rodeo, being with us as an MC. What a wonderful job. You're as good as you were in the first one. Thank you. Francesca, I know you and I have spoken many times during the program and after the program. And this is truly the message about what does it take to be a Trojan? What does it take to be the Trojan ambassador? And what does it take to carry on the legacy of over 100,000 strong across 180 countries? It is part of the big family and what is we call the Trojan family. All of us in our lives use the platform to bounce to something bigger, better. And often we forget those platforms that help us bounce. And Francesca, we greatly appreciate that you've always been engaged and continue to be part of supporting the future generations. So once again, congratulations. So as I close this thing and I spoke about things over 2 days, you heard a lot of experts speak about it. Conceptualizing something, right? In this case, designing the Masters of Science in Global Supply Chain Management, exactly 14 years ago, on a piece of paper, what the curriculum should look like, what industry needs, where are the gaps, how can the largest private university west of Mississippi, in a backyard of one of the most critical infrastructure of the country, San Pedro Bay, can be part of the story, part of the supply chain, right? I would be remiss to say that I envision standing here closing the 13th annual Global Supply Chain Summit being part of that piece of paper that I drew up, the vision. But what hasn't changed is the passion for which what we started, where we have been, and where we're going. Right? It continues to fuel me because of the incredible team I have. My team, Ruth, Marvi, Jean, Rosa, Kruti, Katie, Morgan on the program side. This team breaks the culture of higher education. They are part of the culture that requires for the startup, the innovation. They embody that in a higher education environment. So let's give a very big round of applause to my team. You can only imagine working for somebody like me who flies at 15,000 feet elevations at 30,000 miles an hour and keep up with me and then continue to work and stay by me, which is incredible. So thank you again. For my committee members, my board members, my industry partners, all of you, every year we try to do something different. The narratives that you heard today, and I spoke about it in my opening speech, often not going to be talked about in mainstream media or politically incorrect about why we tend to get caught up in an information age in information without seeking the truth, without understanding the nuances and complexity of the world that we live in today. Hopefully you understood when I talked about it, why US is on the inflection point and why we are on the burning platform, right? And I showed you the data. There is no right or left. It's information. We live in a spectrum and one has to think about what that is. And I hope this conversation today helps you relieve some of the burden that we carry occupying the news and the tariffs. And right now, as I speak, the meetings with the Vladimir Putin in Alaska. What's the outcome going to be? Well, guess what? It is going to be something that we will all find out, and you and I will have absolutely no control about it, right? So the whole idea about reinforcement of these things, which is truly an honor that I live my life practice, hopefully that transcended into the last 2 days of conversation. But this is 13th, and we're going to get set for 14th Annual Global Supply Chain Summit. Right? We're going to march forward. We have some incredible initiatives on the research side, building 5 use cases for AI. We're creating an innovation pipeline. Next year, you're going to see some of the VC community and private equity community in presence with the pitch decks for the innovators and startup companies in very platform. So we're going to continue to evolve. We're going to do what we are capable of doing, which is transforming the global supply chain management, bringing thought leadership, not only domestically, but globally. Our work in Europe, work in Mexico, Asia, it's going to continue to build the bridges when the world seems to be torn apart by a lot of the issues that we're currently faced with. So with that, I want to close once again for saying thank you so very much, all of you, for your participation, your cooperation and collaborations, and my students. I'll see you guys in the classroom, and fight on. All right, Marvi just handed me with a bunch of names. So I'm supposed to pull the raffle, and I'm not sure what you're going to win, but if it is for the extra credit, it's not in my class. All right. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. We have 2 envelopes, and what is it in there? All right, we have 2 gift certificates for USC Hotel. All right, so I'm going to... I want to make sure I shuffle these things. Natalie Situ. Natalie, congratulations. And I have MJ Jagannath. MJ. Well, MJ is our delegates from India, so he's going to fly back here to actually serve. But it is as good as next year's MJ, so he'll use. Happy Independence Day. All right, with that, guys, have a wonderful rest of the afternoon. Have a wonderful weekend. Be safe and fight on.